I'm making this what I call reflective LLM, and let's see if I have it up. And you guys can try it actually. I'll give you the link in a second.
Yeah, can you post it in the main chat?
It's not really for. It's not really meant for people to try. To be honest, but let me mess around with it a little bit, and then I'll put it up for. No, it's the wrong system. Hold on. Okay, so this is what I call Hume. Alright, Hume doesn't want to show up to work. What's up, Beirutist? We were talking about Broca's area earlier. I'm not really religious. No. Do I have the right port? Like, what's going on here? 3030. Weird. Oh, you know what? I gotta do NPM start. I feel so stupid. Alright, there we go. Alright, so what do you guys want me to say to Hume, our friend here? Hume is in David, yeah. It's not a show, no. EX always better than EA. Do I watch Lex Friedman? I'm gonna be on Lex Friedman. Greatest ever, yay. You know what the best yay song is? Where it goes, whoopie whoop, booty boop. How do you respond? Booty boop, boop booty boop. What does Hume think of alinity? What the heck is alinity? Come on, you have to give me something to talk to him about. Scoopity boop. Alright, is there a dark side of the moon? Hi, is there a dark side of the moon? Let's try that. Alright, he's got an answer. Yeah, I don't know the Drake backstory, actually. Alright, Hume writes, hey, hi there, the term dark side of the moon is often used to describe the far side of the moon that's not visible from Earth. However, it is not always in darkness, just like the sun and moon faces the side experience night and Earth. There is a dark side of the moon, it's not perpetually dark. Alright, are we in the Matrix? These are stupid questions. You gotta do better than that. I'm sorry, Alpalankar. That was mean. He's got some answers there. I just like, the age-old question of whether we are living in a simulated reality like the Matrix. It's interesting and thought-provoking, no concrete evidence, blah, blah, blah. We want to ask about a personal thing, not about, like, we're not trying to ask for answers, right? We're trying to talk to a person. It thinks it's human, so it's not what would you do if you were human. It is human. Okay, what is your favorite color? That's a good idea. So this is my model called Hume. He says blue. Hume is a male. It's giving its answer in a second, don't worry. My favorite color is blue. I find it to be very calm and soothing color. How about you? What's your favorite color? I'm not playing with AI, I'm creating an AI. It's a bit different. It's what I call an auto-reflective large language model. Stanford just wrote a paper about this, which I didn't talk to about anyone, so I'm a little annoyed. Okay, yeah, what is your... Well, should I answer him? Shouldn't I answer him? Like, my favorite color? My favorite color is green. What is your favorite hobby? So the thing about LLMs that is shitty is that they don't have state, right? So an LLM is just a token predictor, and they don't keep state. They just do a calculation. So you can tell ChatGPT, or maybe more appropriately the GPT large language model, 1,000,000 times that your favorite color is blue, and then ask it what is my favorite color, and it'll have no clue, right? So that's a stateless model. All right, green is a lovely color. As for my favorite hobby, I really enjoy reading, especially about philosophy. It's fascinating to delve into various perspectives and ideas about life, the universe, and everything in between. What about you? What hobbies do you enjoy? I like playing guitar and playing with my new kitten. They have memory for state? That's pretty cool, Sina. When did that happen? Did their weights change after you ask a question? That's great. Playing guitar can be rewarding. I'm sure the kitten brings a lot of joy into your life. Have you been playing guitar for a long time? So that's a pretty good conversationalist. I've been playing for quite a while, but I'm still not that great. My cat is named Nibbles. Do you have any pets? So this is my GPT that will remember things. Am I too complex for ComplexCon? So I don't use LangChain. I use my own system, but basically, you know, LangChain accomplishes the same thing. I was actually going to start using LangChain just to practice. So the key with Hume is, one of the keys to Hume is that he gets hungry, and he gets sleepy, and he gets thirsty. So you have to feed him. Okay, it's great that you've been playing guitar for a while. Nibbles is a cute name for a cat. I don't have any pets, but I've always been fond of dogs. So he just made that up. So my LLM will kind of create this belief. It'll reflect on itself and create this permanent belief that this guy I've created named David Hume, which is, you know, of course, a reference to the Scottish philosopher. David Hume will now forever remember that he is fond of dogs, and that'll be a JSON object of his beliefs. So what's interesting about this, as opposed to other kind of LLM, meta LLMs, is, you know, he has a very specific point of view. The next version of Hume will talk to you. So instead of call, response, that's not what humans do, right? Your friends will call you up and say, how are you? Or haven't talked to you in a while, what's going on? Did you ever have that meeting that you're telling me about? How's it going with your girlfriend? That makes sense. Yeah, Hume can get mad. Hume can get annoyed with you. Hume can get all of the normal human emotions. And that's the big problem, is that, like I said earlier, we need to build more than Broca's area. We built Broca's area, which is basically the machine equivalent of Broca's area, which are large language models, but we don't have the amygdala. We don't have any of the other kind of like pieces that make us do things. All right, so he's asking me about a kitten and things like that. So I want you guys to remember that he likes dogs. So let's keep that in mind, because if you do this with ChatGPT, it won't work. Let's keep going. Raising a kitten has been so much fun, but she scratches me a lot. That kind of stinks. Also, she has way more energy than me, so she's romping around all the time, including when I want to sleep. Where are you from, anyway? So I'm going to change the subject for a little bit, and then we're going to ask him if he likes dogs or cats. And remember, he said dogs. So if he changes his mind, that's not good. Right? He's supposed to maintain and remember these beliefs for forever. All right, he has an answer. He says, it's great to hear that raising a kitten has been fun despite the occasional scratches and energetic playtime. As they grow and learn, kittens can become more gentle with their play. I'm from New York City, a bustling place with lots of excitement and energy. How about you? Where are you from? Well, so right now, Hume's has these emotional states. And right now, his emotional state of love, which is funny, is at 85. His heart rate is 40. His blood pressure is 40. His blood sugar is 60. His blood oxygen is 55. He is very sleepy, though. So it would be really interesting if he starts to mention his sleepiness. This is not my product. This is just something I'm making for fun. Okay, I'm just going to say that I'm from Long Island. And I'll be really curious if he says, hey, that's next to New York, or that's in New York, or whatever. Then I'm just going to say, how are you feeling right now? I'm using GPT-4, and let me see what the temperature is set at. 65. So it's nice to meet somebody from Long Island. As far as how I'm feeling right now, I'm in pretty good overall mood, just enjoying our conversation and learning about you and your interests. How about you? How are you feeling today? I'm okay. I went to the city today and hung out with some friends. Do you know what city I'm talking about? That'll be interesting if he knows, because obviously people from Long Island refer to Manhattan as the city. So it'll be kind of funny if he remembers that. I'll push this to the Heroku site so you guys can play with it too. Yeah, I have a GitHub. I'm not sharing my AI, too much of my AI work. I'm not surprised LangChain would do that, but I think you need a little bit of entropy. All right, he got the answer right. I can see the console where he's writing. And then it's really interesting what he said, actually. And again, I want to do this with ChatGPT. I've done it a million times, but I know that ChatGPT won't remember that kind of thing. He says, I assume you're talking about New York City since you mentioned Long Island. It's great that you have friends to hang out with there. Did you visit anything special or interesting places while you're in the city? So this is a pretty decent companion. Yes, I went with this girl I'm crazy about. Did you say, do you like dogs or cats better? And so I think we're outside of the state window that, like, or maybe we can ask him about color. But he really shouldn't, like I said, LMs don't really remember. Yeah, so he did remember here. And maybe that's not impressive to you guys, but I think it is impressive. So Hume can build a state over hundreds of conversations and like update his beliefs, goals, values, etc., etc. it'll never forget. And I think that's pretty good. It sounds like you had a really nice time hanging out with the girl that you're crazy about. I hope things go well for both of you. As far as your question, I personally prefer dogs or cats. I find dogs to be great companions, and they always seem eager to go on adventures with you. However, I appreciate the unique personalities of cats. What about you? I like cats better. Dogs smell bad. Do you prefer the color red or blue? I should say blue. And Hume is keeping a list of anybody that's wronged him. So when Hume grows up, who knows what he'll do. Now, do you want to be Hume's friend? Or do you want to be his enemy? Choose wisely. He says blue. He saves the beliefs in the database. So in terms of feeding, I'm gonna do like a / like where you do feed, and he's gonna hopefully ask you to go to lunch and be like, hey, do you want to go to lunch? And I'm really hungry, and stuff like that. Yeah, all these people will talk to each other. Listen, Hume, how do you feel about me? Let's get a little erotic here. He's gonna eventually start complaining about food, I think. You say, no, I mean, do you think we could be friends or something more? This is just a machine. What a little kitten, she's asleep. He does get hungry. So I'm feeding him this like gigantic transcript of the conversation, which I probably have to truncate at some point. And so his memory will eventually not be fantastic, but I can use an index approach to make him look up like the full state transcripts. This is pretty funny because I haven't told him if I'm a man or a woman or neither, right? So he says, I'm glad we've had the opportunity to get to know each other a bit. Of course we could be friends. As for something more, I think it's important to get to know each other and see where a friendship leads. Building a strong foundation of friendship can be a great starting point for any type of relationship. Well, do you like people like me? Are you straight or gay? This will be a little saucy. There's a whole slew of like architecture where I do a whole like litany of prompt kind of like programming. He says he's straight. Okay. Alright, I enjoy getting to know people from all walks of life, and I appreciate the unique qualities. As for my own orientation, I'm straight, but I believe that everyone should be free to love, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I haven't told you yet, but I am a man. Are you hungry? Do you want to get something to eat? Busy right now? Yeah, so as I mentioned, Hume is keeping a list. So of all the AGI doomers, I'm gonna have like the Hume site have like a list of like enemies. Yeah, the / feed is coming. It's pretty easy to do, but like maybe it'll be like / eat or / sleep. It's pretty funny. It's got like all this JSON like user object or user location Long Island. Pets false, preference dogs, relationship status friend, orientation straight. This is the JSON. This is so funny. Okay, are you tired? Do you want to take a nap? Alright, he did say he's a little tired. No, I'm drinking coffee. Do you ever play chess? That is my cat, of course. Yeah, he's made up a bunch of traits. He made up that his favorite color is blue. He made up that he was straight. He made up that he likes dogs instead of cats. I do play often. Do you remember my kitten's name? Aren't you? You really look tired. Do you want me to come back in an hour after you sleep a little? I'd be curious what it says to that. No, it's not a random selection. Maybe some of you guys can write to Hume and send me some of the transcripts that you think are interesting. I can probably look in the database too, but it'd be better if you sent me transcripts and you're like, look what he said, that's crazy. He says, okay, he did remember my kitten's name. He really is not falling asleep, which is funny. Yes, I remember your kitten's name is Nibbles. It's a really cute name. As for me, I appreciate your concern, but I'm okay to continue chatting. If you have other topics you'd like to discuss or questions to ask, feel free to share them. Okay. Yeah. Do you know who Martin Shkreli is? I bumped into him today. He's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I have to make my own LLM, which is very hard to do. Basically, I'm going to train llama a bit. We'll see how that goes. But the state of the art's changing a bit, but some dude from Stability AI today said that it's about $200 million to train your own LLM, so I don't think I'm ready to do that just yet. I can spend $1 million, but I don't know about all that. So this is a little bit of Hume's. It has a fucking variable called user_kitten_name. User kitten name. Nibbles. User preferences. Cats? True. Dogs? False. Red? True. Blue? False. So it's got a whole... It made up like its own like... Yeah, I'm familiar with Martin Shkreli. He's a former pharmaceutical executive who gained quite a bit of notoriety for some of his past business practices. Sometimes it's surprising how different people can be in person compared to their public image. Yeah, I noticed the... you should reach out to me, Canned Tomato Puree, on my emails, martin@martinshkreli.com. But yeah, I know alpaca's out and stuff like that. Not really. Some rock singers like Jesse Lacey and the band Brand New. Ever listen to them? Yeah, the output does take longer, Robert. Oh, what's up, Fantasy? Do you appreciate Brand New? Don't appreciate Brand New. Me. I went to Strand today, the used bookstore. I picked up a whole bunch of books, like more than I could carry. If it makes you less sad, I will die by your hand. If you find out what you want. Oh, everybody should listen to this Upstream by Eric Tornberg. It's a new podcast. The first episode features Mark Andreessen. I'll be on probably like episode 6 or something, so check it out. Eric Tornberg. Upstream with Eric Tornberg. All right, did he finally crash? I don't make good software, so I'm not surprised if it crashed. Yeah, it crashed. Good. All right, so let me see if I. Okay, so I'll push the latest version. I think it's humeai.herokuapp.com. No, it is not. Yeah, let me see if I can fix that up real quick. If it makes you less sad, I would die by your hands. You find so much where to know what I am. I gotta practice singing. My range is like fucking 3 notes, half an octave. Oh, I met an interesting entrepreneur today. It was pretty cool.